Hello, Mike from Bridgecrew here, and today I'm going to be taking you through one of our new Checkov features, which is bringing in severities from the Bridgecrew or Prisma Cloud platforms. All you need to get started using this feature is your Bridgecrew or Prisma API key. I have mine in my environment variable here, and no, this is no longer a valid API key. I also have a very simple Terraform file here that we're going to be scanning. So I'll start by just showing a normal run of this file. Now these severities work for every policy that exists in Bridgecrew or Prisma Cloud. I'll just be using the Terraform ones here. When I run Checkov with my API key, Checkov fetches policy metadata from the Bridgecrew or Prisma Cloud platform, as well as other configurations that I have there, like custom policies. And as we can see, I get severities in my output. So all I need is the API key, and this just works. Now let's see what we can do with that. So Checkov has always had these check and skip check options, which allow you to specify policy IDs that you want to either run or not run in the scan. And these now work with severities as well. So for example, if I say check high, Checkov will run all the high and higher severity checks, so high and critical, and skip everything else, and that's what we see in the output here. I can flip that around and I could say like skip check medium to skip all the mediums and lower. I can also combine this with a policy ID. So for example, this particular policy I happen to know is a low severity, and when I run this command, I get my highs and criticals and also this one particular low. I can also combine the check and skip check options to create other combinations. So in this example, I'm going to run all the highs and criticals, except I'm going to skip this one particular high severity policy. And in fact, that is what I get in my output. Now, one really important thing to understand here is that Checkov is going to take the checklist first and then subtract the skip checklist. So you need to specify what you want to keep and then what you want to remove. It doesn't work the other way around, but you'll be able to carve out the logic that you want. Now, we also have this hard fail and soft fail concept in Checkov. A hard fail is when Checkov finds an error and returns an exit code, an error code, as an output, and this allows you to do things like block deployment pipelines if there are errors. Or you can use soft fail logic to report on the errors but not actually fail the job. And these options work with severities as well. So for this, I'm going to be using a slightly different file that just has fewer errors. So I'll show you that quickly. Just makes it a little bit easier to track the output. So this particular file just has two errors. There's a low severity finding and a high severity finding. So if I use the soft fail on flag, I can say something like soft fail on medium. And now if all of my failed results are medium severity or lower, the result of that run will be a soft failure. In this case, because I had that high severity failure, it's not a soft fail, it's a hard fail, and that's what this little red X in my prompt tells us. However, if I bump this up to high, now all of my failures meet this threshold, or are equal to or below this threshold, and the result is a soft failure, or a green check for my prompt. I can flip this and use the hard fail on option. And if I say hard fail on high, now if there's any one result, one or more, that meets or exceeds this threshold, then the result is a hard fail, and that's what we get. If none of the failed checks match that list, then the result would be a soft fail. It's also possible to combine these options, and I can say something like soft fail on low, and also on this one particular policy ID, which is our high severity finding. If I do that, now everything meets the soft fail list, and the result is, of course, a soft fail. I can combine soft fail on and hard fail on together to get even more granular. Now in this case, this is an interesting example because this AWS 21 check actually meets both of these lists. It matches the soft fail on by ID and the hard fail on by severity. So in this case, Checkov is going to prioritize the ID match over the severity match. So the result is a soft fail. The last example I'll show here is what happens when you have a check that doesn't meet either of these lists. So let's say I say soft fail on AWS 21 and hard fail on high. Well, we saw in the last example that Checkov is going to prefer soft fail for this particular policy, but we also have this other failure, this low severity failure, that doesn't meet either of these lists. So Checkov will fall back to using the value of the soft fail flag, which defaults to false or off, to determine the output. So in this case, because I did not use that flag, I get a failure result. If I were to use this generic soft fail flag here, then this will act as the fallback in the case that any check doesn't meet either of the lists, and now I get a soft fail. So with these additions of severities and the ability to use them in the check and skip check and hard and soft fail flags, you can get very, very granular with which checks you run, which checks constitute a failure for blocking your CI/CD pipelines and things like that, and you can avoid actually maintaining the long lists of those check IDs. The way that we built this in Checkov also allows us to now work on some other really cool changes that you can look out for soon. These will include using severities in your normal skip comments. It will include additional check metadata, such as compliance benchmarks and categories that you can get from the Bridgecrew and Prisma Cloud platforms. And it will include the ability to download your configurations that you create in the Bridgecrew or Prisma platforms and apply those to your run. So keep an eye out for those soon. Thanks for watching.